In a world full of questions, 3 teens are lighting up the truth, one tough question at a time. Meet Eli, the brainy artist who sees patterns where others see chaos. Chloe, skeptic turned seeker with a sharp tongue and sharper questions. And Amira, the quiet poet whose words cut deep and heal deeper. Together, they break down life's biggest questions about God, faith, and truth. This is Ask and Be Lit, where real questions get real light.
You are my light when the night is deep, my shelter strong when I can't sleep.
Faith doesn't start in a sermon or a textbook. Sometimes it starts at a lunch table with soggy chips and bad apple juice.
This apple juice tastes like betrayal, wrapped in a smile.
Then why do you buy it every single week?
Hope and delusion, mostly delusion.
Faith in Jews is strong, I see.
You know, I had this weird convo with Jake earlier. He said, you can't see God, so he's not real. Like, what?
Wait, hold on. Can't see him? That's new information. Guess we better pack up Christianity, everyone.
You know, sarcasm is a spiritual gift in some circles, right?
I mean, seriously. If invisible equals non-existent, then gravity, Wi-Fi, and the smell of school dinners are all fake.
Sometimes I wish the school dinner smell was fake.
God's not something you bump into in the corridor. He's not physical, he's spirit. That's kind of the point.
And honestly, if we did see him, no one would survive the encounter. We read Exodus, right?
Yeah, glimpse of God, boom, game over.
So, maybe mercy is why he stays unseen.
The problem isn't that God's invisible, it's that we've forgotten how to see with more than just our eyes.
Every school has that loud one. The one who thinks mocking something makes you smart. But sometimes, what sounds like sarcasm is actually a question waiting for an answer.
Oh look, it's the Jesus crew, still chatting to your invisible friend. Does he ever text back?
Wi-Fi's invisible too, but without it, you wouldn't even have a personality.
Touché, but Wi-Fi actually works. I mean, where's your proof for God?
Question, have you ever seen your brain?
What?
Your brain, have you ever seen it?
No.
But you believe it's there?
Yeah, obviously.
So, not seeing something doesn't mean it's not real. It just means you don't have the tools to see it.
We don't see sound waves, but we hear. We don't see thoughts, but we think. We don't see God, but we see his fingerprints.
All right, clever people. What kind of fingerprints are you talking about?
Design, conscience, logic, beauty. You think all this came from nothing?
The real question is, why wouldn't you believe in God?
Maybe. 'Cause I don't want to give up my snacks for Sunday school.
God's not scared of your questions. He invites them. We're just bold enough to ask, and open enough to listen.
You're all weird, but in a smart kind of way.
Better to be weird and wise than loud and lost.
When someone challenges your faith, you don't need to shout or shut down. You just pause, think, and answer with light. He thinks he's clever, but his best argument was basically, I can't see God. Therefore, God doesn't exist.
By that logic, I've never seen a molecule, so we can cancel science.
Or love. You don't see it. You experience it.
We don't use our eyes for everything that's true. We use our minds, our souls, sometimes even our scars.
The Bible in John 4 verse 24 says, God is spirit, not flesh and bone. He's not hiding. He's just not limited.
And honestly, if God were just a body in the sky, that would make him smaller than the universe, not bigger than it. Imagine trying to pour the ocean into a teacup. That's what it would be like to fully see God with human eyes.
So, if God's not physical, how do we know he's there?
Well, just look around. There's order, design, purpose.
The fine-tuning of the universe, our conscience, the way music stirs the soul, that stuff doesn't come from nowhere.
And personal experiences. God has showed up in my life more than once.
You don't always need proof that fits in a microscope. Sometimes the truth shows up in how your life changes, what you feel in your gut, what your heart knows before your head catches up. Let's imagine something. You walk into a bright, beautiful room, but your eyes are covered. You say, "I don't see anything." But the truth is, the light was always there. You just couldn't see it. Some people think faith means walking blind, but actually, faith is the choice to remove the blindfold and see beyond the obvious.
God's not hidden, but you might be looking with the wrong tools. Faith isn't ignoring evidence. It's finally seeing what you've missed.
It's not about seeing in order to believe. No, it's the other way around. It's about believing to start really, truly seeing.
You know what really gets me? The more we talk about this, the more I see how much I've actually seen God. Just not with my eyes.
Yeah, it's not like he popped out of the sky and waved, but he's been in my hardest moments. The piece that made no sense, that was him.
I used to beg for a sign, like just one moment where I could say, that was God. What I didn't realize was it wasn't about him showing up louder. It was about me listening better.
My little cousin prayed yesterday, just out of nowhere. No one asked her to. She thanked God for the sunlight. That hit me.
I think people wait for lightning bolts, but God is often a whisper, a moment, a memory, a miracle that wears ordinary clothes.
If you're waiting for God to jump through hoops, you'll miss the times he's held you up. You don't see the roots, but they're holding the whole tree.
Sometimes, the best way to respond to questions about your Christian faith isn't with a debate. It's with presence, peace, light. When we understand our faith, and others ask us questions like this, we can answer and shed light.
This juice seems to taste worse by the end of the day.
You still bought it though?
Faith and delusion, remember?
So, are you still talking to your invisible friend?
Nope. Now we're walking with him.
You lot really believe this stuff, don't you?
Yes, enough to live it, and enough to invite you to ask real questions. Maybe. I'll think about it.
When you're ready to see, you'll know where to look.
Ask and be lit, Jason.
God's not afraid of your questions, and neither are we. Keep searching, keep asking, but don't forget to open your eyes.
You are my light when the night is deep, my shelter strong when I can't sleep.